In 2018, the best quarterback in football was Chiefs star Patrick Mahomes. For his 50-touchdown season, the league MVP took home less cash and had a smaller cap hit than Falcons backup Matt Schaub. Raise your hand if you thought Matt Schaub retired 5 years ago. In 2019, Mahomes will make less than the likes of Robert Griffin, Trevor Siemian, and Chad Henne, the latter of whom just happens to be Patrick Mahomes' backup. Tom Brady, meanwhile, will settle for less than Eli Manning or Joe Flacco. Something about this is wrong. Sure, Mahomes will eventually sign his monster deal, and Brady, he has enough money to last him for generations without even thinking about Gisele's contributions. But why is it that the highest paid quarterback in the league is rarely also the best quarterback in the NFL? The answer has to do with how NFL contracts work. We might rank quarterbacks on ability, but NFL deals aren't about talent or past success. They're about leverage. Being good enough isn't good enough. The only way to really get paid is to either hit the free agent market or get close enough to scare your organization into paying up. Quarterbacks on rookie deals under the current CBA don't have any leverage because they're locked in before they're even drafted. Mahomes will make $13.7 million over the first 3 years of his deal before the Chiefs are even allowed to give him an extension. And that's even better than Dak Prescott, who maxed out at just $2 million over his first 3 seasons as a 4th-round pick. The best way for a veteran to get leverage is to bet on himself and win. Take Flacco, who didn't sign an extension before the final year of his deal with the Ravens in 2012. He subsequently went on to win the Super Bowl. A cap-strapped Ravens team was forced to ship off the likes of Anquan Boldin to give Flacco a 6-year, $120.6 million deal that offseason. Even worse, to make it cap-friendly, Baltimore had to structure the contract in such a way to ensure that they would need to give Flacco a second extension after 3 years. And that's how Flacco tore his ACL in 2015 and still managed to sign a 3-year extension with a $40 million signing bonus the following offseason. As a result of those 2 deals, between 2013 and 2018, Flacco took home a total of $124 million in cash for impeccably mediocre quarterbacking. The Ravens were blinded by 1 brilliant postseason, and they paid a guy like he was the guy. The 2 highest paid quarterbacks over that time were Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan, each of whom won MVP awards. Makes sense. The guy just ahead of Flacco in third was Matthew Stafford, who still hasn't won a playoff game, but has benefited from his team's dismal accounting. In 2009, Detroit drafted Stafford with the first overall pick under the old CBA, which had no draft slotting. As a result, the Lions gave Stafford a 6-year, $72 million deal before he ever took a pro snap. That would be the equivalent of the Cardinals giving Kyler Murray a deal averaging $18.4 million per year in 2019. Instead, Murray's actual deal averages less than $9 million per season. The Lions were also on the hook for similar deals with fellow first-round picks Calvin Johnson and Ndamukong Suh. And to build a team around their 3 young stars, Detroit borrowed from their future. The Lions restructured Stafford's rookie deal twice in 4 years before giving him a 3-year, $53 million extension in 2013. The short-term deal ensured that Stafford would be in line to make it to free agency before turning 30. And with the Lions having no better option at quarterback, they gave Stafford a $50 million signing bonus as part of a record-breaking 5-year, $135 million extension before 2018. The 31-year-old will have the largest cap hit in football this season. So yes, when you look towards the highest paid quarterbacks in football, there are guys like Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, and Drew Brees near the top of the list. That's normal, and nobody's going to regret paying them big bucks. But guys like Cousins, Flacco, and Stafford, they're right alongside them or even ahead of them when it comes to contracts. And that's a product of leverage, not ability.